Hello everybody, and welcome to our podcast, Excipient Talk, brought to you by galenIQ. And today I'm talking to Gergő. Hello, Gergő.
Hello, Michael.
So, Gergő, please introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for inviting me to this podcast. I'm Gergő Kovács. I am based in Hungary. I work for company KUK. We are distributor of galenIQ. In Hungary, I am doing this activity since 2008, so in the last 16 years. And also, because of my expertise, I am helping the other colleagues as a technologist on the fields, so making them advices, trainings, and so on. We have a small lab in Hungary when I can produce tablets, prototypes.
Okay, great, thanks. So, Gergő, just before we start talking, please explain what is your background here in the picture?
But the background is because I also play music. I play the keyboards, a family of instruments. I play jazz, but also I am very keen on classical music, and I also play sometimes Bach. This picture is a manuscript of Fugue A flat major from the second book of Das Wohltemperierte Klavier from Johann Sebastian Bach, the greatest composer of all time. So.
Okay, great. Okay, great. Thank you very much. So, welcome today. And you mentioned that you are our distributor, but you've been working with galenIQ for quite a long time.
Yes.
So what has been your experience?
galenIQ is my favorite excipients of all time. There are several reasons. One of the reasons is the galenIQ team, which you are part of course. Very great support, very great people. I always enjoy speaking to you and going there and participate in all the distributor meetings where we do motivational trainings and so on. Also, there is a lot of advantage of galenIQ. You remember, I think 2 years ago, we had this exercise to make an elevator pitch and video, and I said there are two types of pharma formulators. One likes galenIQ, the other hasn't tried it yet. So you can only love galenIQ. What else to say? It's available, it's made in Germany, it's plant origin, so you have no problems with customs and veterinaries and so on. It has a sweet taste and very good in taste masking properties, so very good for chewables, sachets, so on. Lozenges, for example. It's soluble, so it also helps disintegration and all the advantage in that side. And last but not least, it works both in capsules and also in tableting. It works very well. There are several aspects, but in one word, I can say it works.
Okay. So I know that you have done some formulation development because
Yes.
you also have a laboratory.
Yes.
Yes. And can you give us an example of one of your formulation developments?
Yeah, one of my favorite story, one of my best project in my life was still running. So the customer still buy, I have to say. Some years ago, there was a customer who is leading in vitamin K2. They had a lot of combinations, K2, D3, calcium for bones indication. And we were speaking a lot because they buy also the vitamins from me. And they wanted to have a new product, probably for a different area. And in their mind, they wanted to have a K2 plus D3 drops in you have these drops in MCT oil. It's very easy to use. And I visited them with a prototype because that's what we usually do. Instead of showing I have a very nice white powder, I can demonstrate that what you can do with my white powders. So I visited them with a chewable tablet, which was made with galenIQ 721, including K2D3. And it was two versions. One was a vanilla, caramel vanilla taste. The other was a cocoa, because we have also a special type of cocoa, which is good for tableting. And they immediately liked it. So practically, I succeed to change the mind of the customer, because I told to them, listen, you can introduce to the market the 13th version of the same drops which every other players has, or you can make something unique. And as a plus, the taste was very nice. So I leave them, 3-4 jars, which they have made a small survey upon their customers and their, I don't know, wholesalers, and they immediately fell in love with that. So the next step was that they said, Gergő, we want the whole recipe as it is. I gave them the recipe, and also they wanted to add some other nutrients, which I helped them to develop in my laboratory. And then we went to the pilot stage, where I also visited and went to the contract manufacturer they are using and helped them with the upscaling. And then it went to production very quickly, and it was a quick success. How to say, from the first marketing idea to the launch, it was like 5 months. So I was, best experience of my time. And then, of course, we gained a customer for many other nutrients in the future, because I have made a very nice entry with this chewable, made it possible with galenIQ 721.
Okay, great. So, I mean, what you said there about the formulation development of the chewable tablet was very quick.
Yes.
But however, what's it like taking a lab-based formulation and then scaling it up to the production size? I mean, how does galenIQ behave in that situation in your experience?
galenIQ is very easy to upscale and very easy to use because it's non-hygroscopic. So you will not have problems with the speed. One of the key aspects when you start from maybe a one single punch machine, then you have like an 8 punch machine. What I have in the lab, it's really a lab machine. You cannot use it for production because it's only 15,000 tablets per hour. It's not like the one big 100 or million tablets per hour. And what is the technical aspect behind that? That the more you upscale, the faster the machine runs. And especially with the very elastic material. So there is cellulose. We all like cellulose, but cellulose is very sensitive to upscaling because it's a purely plastic material. And then the faster the machine runs, the time when the punch hits the powder mix is reducing from, I don't know, 50 milliseconds to 8 or 5 milliseconds or even lower. And the result, what you get on the small machine and the big machine, is quite different, also from hardness point and also from disintegration point of view. That's why you have to work on very hard, and that's why usually cellulose is often mixed with other excipients. In the case of galenIQ, the mechanism is not only plastic, but also fragmentation of the bigger crystals to smaller ones, but it's made in a way that it's very easy. So you don't get, surprises when you upscale. So if you make a tablet with 200 Newton in a certain pressure, and then you upscale it, you get probably the same 200 Newton tablets, and you will have no problem with the size. Also, what I like very much with the galenIQ, that the appearance of the tablet is very nice, very shiny, and the edges are very nice. So you remember, I have the company KUK where I work, there is a K logo, and I have tools where the KUK logo, the K letter, is put on the punch.
Embossed.
And it's visible in every tablet. So it proves that the galenIQ is very nice to work with. Because if it would stick, then you will experience, the K disappearing after a couple of rounds. And this is absolutely not the case. It's always there, and it's always very nicely visible. So it's also very nice proof that it's practically, it works, as I said in the beginning.
Okay, that's great that you share this experience, because often we don't always understand how does a good formulation then equate when it moves into the production side. And so it's very good that you have this experience that you can share with us. So just one other thing, are you planning to do any future formulation developments with galenIQ?
Yes. Every year we want to make at least 1, 2, 3 Nutra tablets or other things, or powder mix in sachet or other thing where we can show the active materials Normally, these are branded and very high, very expensive, and it's a very good way to go to show to the customer, please try it, please taste it. It's not just a capsule and everybody can swallow it. It's tablet, it's a powder, taste it, try it. Or if it's about the effects, I can say, hey, Michael, it will make a lot of benefits to your body. Please use it for 30 days, and then I call you back and then see the result. So
Okay.
and
All right.
and galenIQ is a perfect excipient to show all of these benefits.
Yeah.
When I have either a small dose, only 20 milligram, you know how to make it in a formula. You need a very nice, robust excipients to make a proper mix. And galenIQ is very good for mixing even in low dose. Or if we go to the high dose, you need something, because I always say, when time to time customers who are not so expert in tableting come to my lab for all over KUK, and I make them kind of a 1 day training for tableting. And I always say, in food supplements, this integration is never a criteria by the law. It's only for the pharma. But if you think, you take a plant extracts, which is a kind of a sticky nature. You press a very hard tablet because production people likes very hard tablets. No problem, no erosion, no friability. But it can happen that the tablet leaves the patient as it is, without having any effects.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's the problem of the 500, 600 Newton tablets. That's why I say you need something which has the disintegration really, and you have to check it, because otherwise you are making a non-proper product. That's why galenIQ is very handy, because it's water soluble, it enhances disintegration, but in the same time it's not hygroscopic, so it can help to develop the formula very quickly and effectively.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very, very much for this information. I wish you all success further with your lab. I've seen it. It's very beautiful, very well equipped. And yeah, I look forward to getting the chance to go there again sometime. And yeah, thank you for joining today. And I will see you soon, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, all the best then.
All the best.
Thank you, everybody, for joining our podcast today, and we look forward to seeing you all again soon.